You remember my little chocolates that I made in a previous video. Well, I told you you might see these again. Well, today, and I also mentioned, oh, by the way, welcome back to my channel. This is Resin Me Up. I get so carried away when I go into my videos. Remember in a previous video I mentioned that there was a new product out by Let's Resin, and we're going to use that project with these. This project is not something that you mix up and you pour into a mold. Well, I mean, I guess you could use it that way, but it's not really designed for that. The way I look at it is it's like a add-on. It's an add-on to your already finished products. And what this product is called, it's called the Let's Resin Hand Painted Epoxy Resin. And as the picture shows, it looks like paint. And it's a two-part epoxy resin, and it is a 2-to-1 by weight. You have to weigh it. It's not a 1-to-1 by volume. So it can be mixed with mica powders. It can be mixed with colorant. You just have to be very sparingly with it. It's not something you can just dump, color into. I'm sure you've probably seen the little snippet on YouTube where they used it and they poured it around a cup and let it drip down the sides. You can basically use this as a effect on just about anything. So today, what I'm going to do with my little chocolates is, because what would make a chocolate stand out to you would be frosting, right? So I am going to mix up a small or just a batch of this, and we're going to color it white. And it's best used in a piping bag. I've messed around with it a little bit just to see what the product is like. I've tried using a stick to spread. It works, but it's not that great as far as spreading it. Now, using a piping bag works like a charm because it's the consistency of like a frosting. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. Let me move these over so you can see what this looks like. And as I said before, it is a 2-to-1 by weight. So you have to weigh it. And it's going to be 2 of part A to 1 of part B. So we're going to go ahead and mix up. And it is very thick. Very, very, very low viscosity. See how thick that is. And then 1 of part B. Why isn't my scale changing? Does part B not weigh anything? There we go. Okay. Now, I want to show you, and this does not have to be mixed for any time period. It just has to be mixed, stirred until mixed. See how thick that is? There's no time frame that you have to mix it. It just has to be stirred until you can see that it's completely mixed. And it's a gel-like consistency. So I guess I would compare it to like, you know, when you're making cakes, and I mean, I don't know how many of you are familiar with cakes, but when you use that gel frosting, you know, that comes in the pre-made containers, it's like a gel. That's what this reminds me of. And I don't stir it too much. I just stir it until I think it's completely mixed. And you have a 30-minute working window with this. And you don't need to worry about bubbles, because that doesn't even play a factor into this, because you're not going to be putting it into a mold or anything like that. All right, that's pretty good mixed. I am going to add a drop of ocean white, and we'll see how white, well, maybe 2. Because it wants to come out. And I used, when I was playing around with it the other day, I mixed mica powder in it, and it seems to do okay with mica powder. I think I want this to be a little more white. So I want it to be white, white. And it's interesting because when you first mix it, it has all kinds of bubbles in it, but once you add colorant to it, it just becomes completely smooth. It's almost like the bubbles just go away by themselves. So yeah. Can't decide if I want it whiter or if that's enough. I think that'll be all right. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And this does need a 24-hour turnaround time on curing. I did put it underneath my resin curing machine, and that did not harm it. I can feel it getting warm. Scrape this in here to my piping bag. I did not warm anything up as far as the jars or anything like that. I just poured it straight in here. I don't really see a need for that. And then once it's dry, it is rock solid. And I'm not kidding when I say rock solid. And what I can see this being used mostly for is when you're making your tumblers and you want to add a 3D effect, or like Michelle with Glitz and Glitter, if you're watching this, I can see this being an asset for your cool little tumbler tops that you make. You know, like I said, it's more of like for a 3D effect, you know, like to make snow or to make frosting, the look of frosting, or, you know, water, like an ocean water effect, for all you people that like to, you know, do 3D effects. I could see this benefiting you doing that. As I, you know, get more ideas, I can see this being a really beneficial product for 3D effects without having to, because, you know, resin, it takes a bit to cure. You also have to use UV resin to create that. Now, this you can do it wet, and it's very pliable, and you can do your effect. All right, I'm just going to snip a very small hole because I don't want it to like pour out. Get my bag here. And you can see when you squeeze it, it comes out quite small. Okay, so what I was thinking is, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Matter of fact, let me get my turntable. I think that would be easier to mess with these, so I can turn it. And that brings them up closer to y'all. So what I was thinking is to take this and don't be alarmed if I don't talk, because, and I'm not very good at this kind of thing, but because I don't have the steadiest hands in the world. I just want to kind of drip it, if you know what I mean. Also, Michelle, with you being a cake decorator, imagine what you could do with this. Like I said, I'm not the best at this because I'm not a very good. I said I'm not a very good decorator, but you see what I'm getting at. You know, you can make designs on the side of your cake. You could make dots. I just don't have a very steady hand at this. So something like that. And then on this one, I thought it'd be kind of fun just to follow this line if I could get my hand to stop shaking. Piece of glitter stuck to the outside of this. See? Isn't that cute? Just like little chocolates. can do just about anything with this because it's just real pliable. Like I said, it's just like working with the frosting. In a nutshell. Of course, on bigger projects, you know, it would probably be a whole lot easier because you're not working in such a small, confined space. And then on the bow, you can just put some oops, I stuck my finger in it. It's hard when you're working with little tiny things. That's why I gotta remember I do have a turntable here. So see, there's like all kinds of things you could do with this. Looks terrible. Terrible, terrible. But like I said, it was my first time trying it. But it doesn't get hard right away, so you just have to go in and play with it. Make it look better. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not proficient with a piping bag as far as decorating goes. Don't claim to be a cake decorator or whatever. That is so cute. I love that. Put a little down here in this bow, like I did at the top. It's quite fun to work with. think it's probably, the ideas are quite endless, I think, of what you can do. That's terrible. One thing about it is, if you don't like it, I think you could probably just pick it up and wipe it off. Yep. Just wipe it all off and start over. I guess pretty much like frosting. Right? I mean, essentially, that's basically what it is. Can't have 3 beautiful chocolates and then just have one icky one, right? Yep, wipes right off. Now we can start all over. How fun is that? Okay, so let's see what we can do here. I think I'm going to turn this sideways and try to do the like that. I'm just better at making dots. Ah. Slide this one over though, so that it's out of my way. See? Cute little chocolates. What do you think? Take some off if it's too much. Which that is too much. And you can use different tools, obviously. some to make your lines more precise. Like I said, I'm no cake decorator by any means, but back over there. How did I get a piece of glitter on the side of that? What the heck? So yeah, that's basically in a nutshell of what this is. And like I said, you could use it on anything. The edge of cups. You can create 3D effects in, you know, water. Make it look like water. I mean, it could be used in a lot of things. I see a lot, you know, some people using some kind of stuff to make waves, you know, in the top of water. I'm 100% sure this would dry clear, so I don't see why that wouldn't work. You know, you wouldn't have to add color to it. So yeah, there you go, guys. What do you think? Cute little chocolates. But that is it in a nutshell. And then it takes about 24 hours for it to cure. I want to take you guys down off the thing so you can see the size of these, since it was so hard to handle those while I was... Just a second, let me get my hands dried off here. I'll take you guys off. All right. And you see how cute those are? Because basically there's going to be no reveal, because this is what it's going to look like. When it dries, it'll be just exactly like this. Aren't they cute? Cute little chocolates. Very cute. Let me move them together here so that you can get a overview. Yeah. So there you go, guys. That's how you use this product. As I said, it's pretty straightforward and very easy to use. Lots of different ways you could use it. So that's my video of this product. I like it. I think it'll be great. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next video.